Hello everyone, welcome to the first video of 2025 and the first video of my 2025 natural hair growth challenge. I'm really excited for this video because I've been wanting to grow my hair out and really challenge myself to actually stick to my hair care routine and get the results that I want to see. So I thought this would be a fun opportunity to turn it into a little challenge with you guys, because I know there might be some people out there who are in a similar boat as me. And especially last year, I experienced a lot of breakage in 2024. I was doing back to back protective styles, and it really damaged the front and the edges of my hair. So this year I'm going to challenge myself to stick to my hair care routine, grow my hair, and really see the results that I want to see. So in today's video, we're going to set our goals. We're going to set some rules for this challenge, and I'm really excited. So let's get right into it. So the first thing I want you to do is set a specific goal that you want to achieve by the end of this year. We are doing SMART goals. If you don't know what that is, a SMART goal is specific, measurable, attainable, relevant or realistic, and time-bound. So for example, we're not going to just say, oh, I want to grow my hair out. That's not specific enough. And on the other hand, we're not going to say something like, oh, I want to grow my hair down to my waist by the end of the year. Because girl, we know that's not attainable. So let's set some specific, realistic, and relevant time-bound goals for the year. For example, my goal this year is to grow at least 4 inches by the end of the year. And this is a specific goal. It's measurable. I literally got a tape measure. We're going to be measuring our hair throughout the year and bringing back length checks. Very circa 2014 natural hair girlies doing the length checks. We're doing that this year. This is an attainable goal as well, because on average our hair grows about 1/2 inch per month. So I really could say I want to grow 6 inches by the end of the year, but I want to give myself a little leeway. I don't want to, make it too hard. So I'm going to say at least 4 inches. And this is relevant to me. This is my specific personal goal. I didn't just see someone doing this and saying, oh, that's going to be my goal. This is what I want to do. It's true to me. And it's time bound. So by the end of the year is the limit. That's an example of a SMART goal. You might have multiple goals for the year, but I really want you to focus on just having one specific goal. Let's not do too much and start overwhelming ourselves. So just have one main goal. And you might have some other little side goals. Like for me, for example, I want to roll my edges back. You can't really tell right now, but maybe I'll insert some footage. I was blow drying my hair the other day and I looked at my edges and I was like, oh, they're disappearing. My edges are vanishing. So I'm hoping with this challenge and by sticking to my hair care routine and really achieving this goal, the byproduct of that will be growing back my edges because that's something that we need to work on. So take some time to think about your goal. Make sure it is a SMART goal. And when you're done, put your goal in the comment section down below so that we can all see our goals. And at the end of the year, we can revisit and see if we actually achieved our goals. So we're not going to forget. Okay. And I'm making this video so that I don't forget, and we can all hold each other accountable. All right, so now that we have our goal, we can get into the rules of this challenge. You can think of these rules as more of like guidelines, and feel free to adapt them to your hair. But this is what I'm personally going to be doing this year. So rule number 1 is we are doing low tension protective styling throughout the year. Now, am I going to do protective styles 100% of the time? Probably not, but I want to aim, for like 95% of the year. I might do a little braid out. I might do a little twist out here and there, but for the majority of the year, we're doing low tension protective styles. And the main thing I want to really focus on with this rule is the low tension aspect, because I do protective styles all the time, but I still saw a lot of breakage with my hair. So we're really focusing on the low tension, low manipulation aspect to our hair. So for example, we're not doing slick back ponytails. We're not doing slick low buns. We're not doing tight braids. Because I know for me, I personally need to take a break from the box braids, small box braids. My edges can't take it anymore. I've ripped out so many of my edges from small box braids, gripping up my edges. So we're taking a break from that and we're doing more low tension styles. So what do I mean by this? I mean things like mini twists, mini braids, flat twist hairstyles, like what I got going on right now. There's no extensions in my hair. I just flat twisted my hair and put some twist in the back, put it up into a little bun. Very low tension, very easy. I don't have to worry about damaging my edges this way. Other examples could be things like wigs, specifically glueless wigs. I really want to try to invest into some really good like curly wigs this year. So if anyone knows any really good kinky curly wigs, let me know because I'm on the hunt for one. And then for box braids and things like that, twists, I'll do them, but I'll do them with like jumbo, chunky sections. I can't do the small, tight sections anymore. So if I do want to do box braids and things like that, I'll do like medium or large sections so there isn't a lot of tension on my edges. So those are the kind of hairstyles I want to be doing this year to make sure my hair is tucked away, protected, and there's not too much tension either. So that's rule number 1. Rule number 2 is to follow a hair care routine. Now, this is really vague because obviously everyone's hair care routine will be different. So set your hair care routine and follow that, okay? For example, my routine is going to look like weekly wash days. I'm going to shampoo and deep condition my hair every week. I'm also going to follow my weekly moisturizing routine. I posted a video about this, so feel free to check that out if you're looking for a good way to moisturize your hair. And then on top of that, I also want to get into oiling my edges and my ends at least 2 to 3 times per week. So I'll do my moisturizing routine and then maybe like every other day, oil my scalp and my ends. I was going to say oil my edges and my ends every day, but I don't really think that's realistic. And again, I'm not setting myself up for failure. So we're going to say every other day, at least around 3 times a week, oil on the edges and oil on the ends to really protect those delicate areas. And then lastly, I also want to do monthly treatments. So this will probably be like hot oil treatments or any kind of moisturizing hair masks that I want to do just to, give our hair a little extra love on a monthly basis. So that's my hair care routine. Pretty simple, nothing too crazy. And I'm going to actually stick to it, okay? And even stick to it when you have protective styles in. So if you have something like, if you're doing box braids or if you have mini twists in, I'm still going to wash my hair every week. That's my goal for the year. Wash and deep condition. So we'll see if I can stick to it. That's my goal. Rule number 3 for this challenge is to do regular trims. Again, I'm leaving this a little vague because everyone trims their hair differently. But for me, my goal will be to do quarterly trims. So I'm going to trim my hair 4 times this year. I already trimmed my hair at the end of December. So I think I'm going to do like March, June, September, December for my trims. And obviously, if you get to that point where it's like it's time to trim my hair, but there's nothing, you don't have any split ends, then don't cut your hair. Like, don't cut your hair unnecessarily. This is a hair growth challenge. So only cut what's necessary. If you only need to trim your hair twice a year, then only trim your hair twice a year. We're not going in and always cutting off an inch. Like, that doesn't make sense. If you have no split ends, don't cut your hair, please. This is a hair growth challenge. But for me, I know that I often forget to trim my hair. And then at the end of the year, I'm like, oh my gosh, there's so many split ends. So I'm setting these regular intervals just so that I don't forget. Okay. And the 4th rule for this challenge is minimal heat. I wanted to say no heat, but again, I wanted to keep this realistic. So I'm saying minimal heat. For me, my maximum is going to be 4 times this year, which I think is going to be hard, but I'm going to try 4 times a year. And I'm going to try to just sync that up with when I do my trims. So I'm going to trim and blow dry my hair on a quarterly basis. I don't flat iron my hair, so that's not really an issue for me. But the reason I'm doing this is because I used to blow dry my hair before every protective style. And like I mentioned, the front of my hair is getting really damaged, right? I don't think my hair can't take it anymore. The front of my hair cannot take any more damage and any more unnecessary heat. So I need to just cut that out. The only time I'm going to use heat on my hair is when I am doing a trim so that I can really see those ends. Other than that, I need to find some heatless methods for stretching my hair because my hair can't take it anymore. The back of my hair is fine, but the front of my hair really can't take any more heat. I don't want to risk adding any more damage to my hair than there already is. So max 4 times a year. That's my goal. If anyone else wants to join me or set a specific goal for yourself, you do that. But the rule is minimal heat. And then the 5th and final rule, which isn't really a rule, it's more sort of like what we're going to be doing, is regular length checks. So like I mentioned, I got a tape measure. I'm bringing back the length checks. So I feel like this is really important in a hair growth challenge because sometimes we set goals and challenges and then we just forget about it. And by the end of the year, we're like, oh yeah, I forgot about that. But with the regular length checks, it'll be a way to remind us to stick to our rules, stick to the challenge, and to really see our progress over time. So with your length checks, take pictures, take videos as well. Okay, you don't have to create your own YouTube videos, but you can just create your own videos to look back on. You really just want to make sure you're tracking your progress in some way so that you can actually see the difference over time. So those are the rules for this challenge. Again, I'll recap them. Number 1 is low tension protective styling throughout the year. 2 is to follow a hair care routine. 3, we're doing regular trims. 4, minimal or no heat, whatever you want to do. And 5 is regular length checks. And I'm really excited. I'm going to try to match my length checks with my trims. So the next video for this will be at the end of March. We'll do a length check then. We'll do a length check in June, September, and then at the end of the year, we'll do our final length check and we'll see, you know, if we achieved our goal or not. I hope someone out there will join me, even if I get at least one person. If I get one other person out there to join me, I'll be very happy about that. If not, feel free to just watch me and see if I achieve my goal or not. I also want to mention that there are a lot of other factors that can affect hair growth and that could affect your results in this challenge. I wanted to keep the rules list kind of short, but there's a few other things I want to mention. So for example, something that's really important is your diet, obviously. Drink enough water, get enough nutrients, get enough vitamins. Something else you want to be mindful of is how you detangle your hair. I personally only do finger detangling, but if you use a lot of combs and brushes, you might want to add that to your rules list. Okay, maybe stop using combs and do more finger detangling. Also, the way you take down your protective styles is very, very important. Okay, that will really, really affect breakage and seeing length retention. And another thing also is protecting your hair at night. I know this, I'm speaking to myself when I say this, but it's important to wear a bonnet or a scarf at night so that you are preventing your hair from drying out and breaking off. So those are just another handful of things that you want to keep in mind besides, you know, following your hair care routine and doing regular trims and protective styling. Also, genetics play a huge role in hair growth. So make sure when you set a goal, like I mentioned, that it is relevant to you and it is attainable. If you know that your hair doesn't grow that fast, do not make your goal to grow 12 inches by the end of the year. You know it's not going to happen and you're just going to be disappointed. So now we can move on to the length check portion of this video. And I really didn't think this through because I blow dried my hair and did my trim at the end of 2024, just a few days ago. And I really should have done my length check then, and I totally forgot. So I'm going to take down a couple twists just so that I can do a little length check situation. I don't think I actually need to take them down, but I'm going to do it anyways. Those are actually kind of long. I hope you guys can see. Oh my gosh, I haven't done one of these like ever. Okay, the back of my hair is at like 7 inches. I really hope you guys can see that because I don't want to do this again. A little bit past 7. And let me just make sure the other side is the same. I cut my hair myself a while ago. I cut my hair into like a bob shape. And it was so uneven. So my hair is really uneven in different parts. So let's just see if it matches. Okay. This side is 8 inches. Is this side really only 7? Okay, no, I can stretch it a bit more. Okay, I'm gonna say this side is 7.5. We're gonna say 7.5 and 8 inches. Okay, now I wanna do the sides. Okay, the sides of my hair, I'm gonna say like 6 inches. It's going a little bit past, but there's some straggly ends that I think need to be trimmed. Let's say 6.5. Now let's do the right side. Actually, it's about the same. Yeah, let's say 6.5 on both sides. And then I want to do like this top section. Okay, the middle is 8 inches. I hope you guys can see that. Now I want to do the front. Ugh, I'm really mad at myself for not doing this before. So you guys can see the front of my hair is much shorter and it's pretty damaged. So that's really why I'm trying to do this. The front of my hair used to come down to here. I don't really know what happened. Actually, I do know what happened. I did back-to-back braids. I was gripping up the front of my hair, and this is what happened. So, okay, the front of my hair is about 5 inches. I kind of want to see this part of my hair because I know it's a little bit longer. Because see, this part is a bit longer, and I don't want to get confused. Okay, so the front is like 7-ish. The very front is only 5. Okay, so I'm just going to twist this back up and I'll come back and we'll do a little conclusion. All right, so that's all I have for today's video, everyone. I'm very, very excited to see what 2025 will bring. I mean, not just with my hair, but just in life in general. Like, I don't know, 2025 feels like it's going to be a big year. And if you're joining this challenge, don't forget to comment down your goal below so that we can look back at our goals at the end of the year. I think it's going to be great. I really do think I can do the 4 inches of growth. So I'm really excited to see what my hair will look like at the end of this year. We're going to stick to our hair growth goals. We're going to manifest healthy long hair, and as I mentioned, the next length check video will be in March. So get your goals, get your rules together, let's get our hair care routine down, and I will check in at the end of December for our first length check-in. My next video will probably be a blow dry routine video for you guys, and I filmed a braid out routine video, so I'll probably get those 2 up, and then maybe I'll do some more protective styles. I have another kinky twist video that I'm going to do. So stay tuned. There's a lot going on this year. There's a lot coming up. Thank you for watching until the end of this video. Thank you for coming along on this journey. Don't forget to comment, like, subscribe, all that jazz. Thank you all so much for your support, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Okay, take care.